Guys, deluded, I'm back again. YouTube's Lucas Torreira, I'm back again, and all of them things. Now, quick backstory: we know in life, in specific to football, we know when you're in a very privileged position at the ages of 7 or 8, being in an academy like Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, treated like a god, idolized by friends and family and Twitter experts. You're treated amazingly, and the club treat you amazingly. But eventually, as you get to 19, 20, you need some, not for every who else, Maitland Niles, there's a couple cases of people that don't meet potential, don't get a chance in the first team, aren't quite cut out for the first team, need more time to develop, or whatever, just simply down to football managers' opinions, are released from the club. So it's a testing time for a lot of young pros at this period in their life, because they need to find clubs. The ones that can find clubs quickly is great. The ones that can't, they face a long summer of just endless personal fitness training sessions, waiting for their agents' calls, open trials, exit trials, a lot of stuff, because you do get used. A lot of clubs invite players for trials just to make up numbers in pre-season, and if you're good, you're good. I mean, yeah, it happens. Even look at Ballard. He was released from Arsenal. He came back for a friendly to make up the numbers, and then they realised, okay, he's kind of made a mistake. To credit to him, he could have signed for Stevenage, but he picked Arsenal and he signed a pro deal at Arsenal now. Whether he makes it at Arsenal or whatever, is long term remains to be seen. But he's done his thing. I'm happy to say Marc Bola has got another move. To be fair, I said him and Hoda. I do believe they're two players. I do believe won't have an issue getting clubs, and he's managed to sign a 1-year deal with a League One club in Blackpool. Now, I'm happy for him because, like I said, it's a tough time for youngsters at this time in their lives. He's 20 years of age, so he needs to find somewhere where he has some bit of stability, get a run of games, and make them other strides as a professional footballer. And he's obviously, no one wants to be released, but he's been released by Arsenal, and he's got his Blackpool's not at the same level as Arsenal, but it's a move. It could have been worse. He could have been at a non-league club. He could have, like you see, with a lot of players, he could have been at a League 2 club where if you get relegated, it's even more peak. At League 1, it's the same. So now joining this League 1 thing, I don't want to say he has to learn to fight because he's already had experience in these leagues. I mean, in the footballing pyramid, but he's going to have to fight. League 1, people are trying to get out. People are trying to avoid relegation. It's the difference between pay packets and jobs. A lot of them are footballers, yes, and they earn a lot of money, but mortgages mean more to them than the likes of the Premier League ones. And I'm not saying it doesn't mean anything to Premier League footballers, but they have more disposable income. These are, like, if you want to put it, the League 1 and League 2 footballers are somewhat the normal men of football in the sense that they earn modest wages. Some earn some good wages, but there's a lot of performance and incentive-based contracts within that league, so it is quite tough. So he's going to have to fight. He's going to go against people that have played way more games than him, have been in the football period longer than him, and he's going to have to convince his manager that he can get a place, as he clearly has done, because he signed a 1-year deal with an option of a second. So he's even going to have to fight to prove he's deserving of a second season at the club. So it's a good move for him, man. At 20 years of age, I mean, it's good for him. I mean, he's got experience with Notts County. He played 13 games in Bristol Rovers. He's played 23 before when he went out on loan at Arsenal. So he's equipped well with some experience to have some sort of confidence to believe he can do this thing. Clearly a left back. He's very good going forward, in my opinion, and he can play at centre half. And he is a bit unlucky in the sense that it remains to be seen if he had potential to make it all the way at Arsenal. But I do believe the pathway with Bramall, obviously Thompson got a new deal, he's younger than him. Joel Lopez has come to the club. There's obviously Kola and Monreal. The pathway is quite blocked, to be fair. I don't really think Bramall will make it at Arsenal, and I like Thompson, but I think it's a tough ask as well. So yeah, Joel Lopez, the young Barcelona lad, is probably the one you're looking at. And like I said, Bola is at the age where the club need to see if he's going to have a realistic future at the club or not. He needs to move on, and it's not just him. Sadly, a lot of decisions are going to have to be made. I mean, Akpom's going to have to make a decision. As much as I like Stefan Mavididi and I believe he's got genuine potential, he's going to have to make a big decision, because you've seen Nketiah go ahead of him in the first team picture. Akpom's been included in the first team training, and his future's bleak. I'm yet to see Mavididi train with the first team consistently, as I've seen with Emil Rowe Smith, Willock, etc. You can actually say count Bielik to this as well. So there's Mavididi, there's a lot of ones. There's Ben Chafe, who's despite signing a new deal, approaching pivotal years in his future. There's quite a few lads that are Zilalem gone from having great potential to at a crossroads in his career. So there's a lot of players that are going to need to ask themselves a lot of questions over the last 12 months, and it is a decisive 12 months, because there's players that are good, but they're gonna need to be moved on to realize their potential elsewhere, because they're at an age where they need to play now. There's the young ones which are quite inexperienced, so every couple of years you do get this paradox where people need to be moved on. But we'll see what happens in that regard. But all I can say is congratulations, Bola, supporting you all the way. Hopefully you do bits and these things there. And yeah, man, commiserations to the players still looking for clubs, the likes of Hoda, etc. I hope it works out fine for you, because no one wants to see footballers without a club. Like, I mean, that's essentially unemployed, and it is a depressing time if you've been unemployed. If anyone that's spent a period unemployed, you know how it is, to which I sympathise with him a lot and have a lot of empathy with him for, because I know how it feels. Not being waking up and all your friends are doing other things and you're trying but you ain't got nothing to do, and it's depressing stuff, man. So I hope they all manage to find clubs and whatnot, man. And the ones that drop out of the game or temporarily, please remain resilient. It will happen. It will happen. Guys, deluded. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. Congratulations, Bola, for your new club, and good luck. I'm out.